essential language for the really common topic of food. This could easily come up in any, if not multiple sections of your IELTS test. And there is a lot of topic-specific vocabulary you could learn for food. But we're just going to learn 8 pieces of language that I think are particularly quite interesting, easy to use, and could come up in the test. So let's move on. Here is our list. We'll begin with savory, ready meal, fussy, appetite, starving, cuisine, dine out, and lastly, sweet tooth. So some really good pieces of vocabulary and phrases that you should learn for your IELTS test. Let's begin looking at examples for savory. Now, savory really is the complete opposite of sweet. It is often compared to a salty or meaty type taste. I prefer savory foods as they are sometimes not spicy or too adventurous. In most parts of the United Kingdom, savory foods are very popular. Here we have ready meal. These are very popular kinds of fast food which are usually microwaved. Of course, there are issues with plastic wrapping from these kinds of meals, and they are sometimes not quite as healthy as we would want. Here are 2 examples. My friend says that ready meals are usually full of dangerous preservatives. Preservatives are types of chemicals that keep our food safe to eat for a longer period of time. A ready meal is a kind of convenient fast food, and I'm sure many of you know that phrase, fast food, but that applies to anything from microwave meals to takeaway food, such as McDonald's and those types of foods. Here we have fussy. Fussy means that this person isn't easily pleased. My baby daughter is such a fussy eater, and eating times can be pretty stressful. As a child, I was quite fussy with my food, although now I'll eat most things. And that's also a phrase, a fussy eater. Are you a fussy eater, or are you not a fussy eater? Will you eat anything? And now we have appetite. Often appetite means how much you want to eat. Are you really hungry? Have you got an appetite? Or do you not really have an appetite for food? Do you not like eating too much? One great thing about regular exercise is that it builds a healthy appetite. And here is a collocation: healthy appetite. A good, healthy, big appetite. After watching that horror film, I definitely lost my appetite. Another common phrase. It's like an idiomatic expression. You haven't lost it, but you don't have an appetite to eat. Often after seeing something that is not nice, like a horror film or something like that, you lose your appetite. You don't want to eat. A very native sounding expression. And here we have starving. Now, it's not the most polite thing to say when you are hungry, due to the connotations that it has, because you aren't actually starving, you are just hungry. But it's a very native expression. I must admit, I was absolutely starving and would have eaten anything. My brother was starving hungry, so I bought us both a pizza. Here we have cuisine. Cuisine is a type of food often linked to a country or continent or even a place. For example, French cuisine, Italian cuisine. Let's take a look at some examples. Most Canadian people enjoy eating French cuisine as much as American food. Thai cuisine can be challenging for some Western people, but is definitely delicious. And here we have the expression dine out. If you are dining out, it means you're going to a restaurant or a place where you can buy and eat food. As I work until late in the evening, I don't get too many chances to dine out. Furthermore, families who can afford to dine out often will be able to try more types of food. So there we have the expression to dine out. And lastly, we have sweet tooth. Sweet tooth, again, is kind of an idiomatic expression. If somebody likes to eat sweet foods, snacks, or desserts, you can say they have a sweet tooth. Having a sweet tooth definitely can mean a few extra trips to the dentist. I've always had a big sweet tooth since I was a child. Okay, so there are 8 key expressions for talking about, discussing, and understanding the topic of food.